Oh, yeah, so we're starting it off with Tricked. Okay, okay.
Yep. I tried to go in order. I don't know if I went in order. I made all this morning because I'm such a procrastinator.
Don't
But
worry, we're all that way too.
Yeah, we're all tired. I had a long day.
I had a long day too. I
so did
literally
I.
had to like drive most of the time today, and then I took a nap just before today's stream. So, anyways, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I hopefully don't like crash on stream or something.
Okay, but yeah, we're starting off with tricked. So whoever wants to have the floor can have the floor.
I'd rather wait till I go last because I have a lot of negative things to say about Tricked. I know a lot of people like this episode.
Oh
I
boy.
don't.
Oh, what? What, Sunny?
I just remember when it came out, and they were hyping up like the Lucy part so much, and then it ended up just being Clink in the episode. Which is not a bad thing, because at the time I was like, you know what, that it's a pretty good Clinkin episode.
This
And then there was
is.
this one, huh?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say the part where where they're trying to scare the two bully guys, and they have like the twins with like one of them pretending to be dead, and then like the other one is their ghost. That actually scared the crap out of me when I first watched it. I was like, oh god, she's scary. And of course, that song is a bop.
Oh, you mean the Trick song? Yeah.
That is the only thing I remember about this episode, honestly, and I just watched it again like a week ago.
There's so much in this episode. I mean, obviously it's a 30-minute episode, but what I remember from this episode was the fact that it's mostly a Lincoln led episode. Lincoln doing his plan to what is it? Get like like regular sized candy from Huntington Manor. Yeah, I thought that was like pretty cool plan, and it actually ended up working. So he ended up getting like awesome candy. But the worst part of it all was the fact that like he led these two bullies into their neighborhood, and then obviously that ruined everything. Um, and then I understand like the second part of the episode where like Lincoln and Clyde wanted to get Halloween back, trying to get those candy stolen. Well, try to get the stolen candy from the bullies, and then try to pay them back or something like that. Uh, and I love how in the second part, like with the whole them leading on to the haunted court maze and having this song with Trick, which was awesome. Everything in that song was amazing, and of course one of like Luna's best songs. Getting them all scared and everything. I thought that was awesome. And I think like the end too, like at the end of the episode where like, oh, all the kids didn't have candy. Well, why not we give them why don't they give them our candy? Which I thought was like really generous for Lincoln and Clyde because hey, they went to this plan to go to Huntington Manor and ended up getting like fun all these big size candies, all these big size candies for themselves. And then they gave it away to the kids, and I thought that was actually pretty generous of those two. So to say the least, though, it was a pretty good special. Like I have to say, the whole haunted court maze was an awesome idea that Lucy had. The song was awesome from Luna Loud, and the whole concept of it all was awesome. There are small little hiccups here or there, but Trick I believe was pretty good special.
Yeah, so I'm the negative Nancy over here. I
Oh,
do
no.
not like Tricked whatsoever.
I think everybody's all gonna be shocked. I think everyone's all gonna be shocked in the comments now.
Okay.
Yeah, I said it on my podcast when Seren and I were talking about comparing the Casa hallway special to the Loud House hallway special, and I still say that Casa did the better hallway special in terms of better A plot than Loud House did a bad B A plot because like like Click with Cloud I love, but I think their part of the whole special just wasn't the right focus on this episode. It should have been about Lucy. I don't know why they decided to be Lincoln and Clyde. Even if you just had like the whole family help Lucy with her haunted maze and still have Lincoln involved, that you should have done that instead of it being focused on Lincoln and Clyde. Like the best parts to me are when the twins go out trick or treating with Lisa and Lily, and you see little bits of Lucy in her haunted maze, and then it comes back with the song. But I generally think people only remember the special for the song and not everything else about the special. But that's my personal take. I know a lot of people told me that they generally do like Trick. If you like Trick, that's fine. But to me, I'm like, it's not really that great, honestly, when you think about it. Like, to me, it's like, do you guys remember when Lincoln and Clyde were being chased by those bullies that turned them into little human pretzels? I don't like thinking about that at all, guys. But yeah, it's not. Yeah, it just doesn't.
I felt
The bullies
sorry. I felt
got
like
their comeuppance. No, it's okay. Oh wait, you go. I'm sorry.
sorry. I felt like Lincoln and Clyde wanted to like get revenge back after what they did to the neighborhood, but of course them being wimps and those bullies just being bullies. They tried their best. Hey, they tried their best.
Wait, you're condemning them for trying their best to bully Lincoln and Clyde?
I mean,
Wait.
no. I'm saying like Lincoln and Clyde tried their best to like get the bully,
like,
to get the bullies' revenge after what they did to the neighborhood, and they did their best by facing up to them, tried to steal their candy back, and even did the whole ruse to get them into the haunted court maze, and get the scare their pants off to say.
Yeah, no, I mean, the best part is the song and, like, scared off the bullies, but I feel like if they would have done, like, I don't like to compare and contrast specials, but I feel like if they just would have done what Casa did, where it's related to the whole family, you could have had a stronger special than it just being about Lincoln and Clyde. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that are lost that is good potential with, like, the family being involved with the haunted maze and the kids going trick-or-treating that could have had Lincoln and Clyde involved more, or just have them all together, like the whole family going trick or treat or something. But I feel like there's this. I don't know. I just never liked this special. It's probably my least favorite special of Loud House next to Kings of the Con. It's just one I haven't really thought about fondly. Even when I rewatched it for my rewatch of Loud House for the movie, I'm like, okay, that was better than I remembered, but I still don't like it. So I don't know. My opinion still hasn't changed. It's like I guess I'm just like, okay, it's there, it's fine, but I hate to say, but Casa to me did the better Halloween special. I hate to praise that in the Loud House section, but that's my personal opinion. If you like it, that's cool, but to me, it's like there's just so much there that could have worked, but it just doesn't in the end to me. But but personal opinion.
Right.
Right. I'm the same way. I watched it again a week ago because it just happened to be on TV, and it's fine. It's not something I think Luna's song is definitely the best part of it, but it's fine. That's really the most I can say about it. It's there. It's fine. I won't turn it if the episode comes on, but eh.
And also, and baby kangaroo Lily.
Yes.
Yes.
It's so cute.
Absolutely
Yes.
adorable.
Actually, the fact that Lisa and Lily actually worked together as a baby kangaroo and a baby roo was pretty cute. And also strategic, gonna get all the candy and everything.
Yeah, like I'm not saying it's a bad special. I'm not saying if I saw it, I'd be like, "Ew, bad special." I'm just saying, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, so I was gonna point this out. When we did our best episode tournament of that year, remember Trick was number 1. So everybody picked Trick. That's the best episode that year.
Sorry, Trick does not. I don't want to say it doesn't deserve number 1. What? Come on,
It
guys.
was. That was 2 years ago. Wait, let me look at my rankings here because we're doing another episode tournament in a couple weeks.
Well, then again, I don't trust
boy.
the general public because I was so mad when Fast Feud from Casagrandes made it that far. Why Fast Feud? Nobody remembers that episode. Do you guys remember that episode? I don't. Okay? Who cares about the episode? I don't. I like nobody. And then it made it that far. Is it really that?
I don't know how people voted for it, but we told
vote on that Fast Feud to make it to the final 5 or something. Oh, I'm still mad about that.
Let me look back. I have all the pictures of like all the things that we've done for the tournament and everything. But I know Fast Feud like got eliminated, but they're in the top 16 episodes that are going to be in our tournament coming up.
Oh my god.
I mean, here, the rankings in 2017. Number 1 was Tricked. Number 2 was Ellis for Love, and I thought that was interesting.
How did Tricked beat Ellis for Love? I don't get that. I don't.
Pulp Friction 3, Relative Chaos 4.
Okay,
that was your top 4.
Relative Chaos being 3, I approve of.
It was 4. It was 4. Pulp Friction was 3.
4? Oh,
yeah.
okay,
top 3.
Right. I'll let it slide for now. I'll let it slide. But next time, don't disappoint me.
Remember, we're redeeming every episode, every like best episode of the season, in our new tournament. I'm putting a plug
Wait,
here.
do you have the Casagrande results? What was the
From what? From this year or last year?
Oh, I think it was last year, right?
Oh, 2020.
So-
Yeah, 2020. I remember that it was the Christmas, very Casagrandes Christmas that ended up being the best Casagrandes episode.
Oh my god, that's right. I fought for Curse, man. I fought for Curse. How did Casa Christmas win over Curse? Come on, you guys. You guys gotta. I gotta keep like pushing my votes here. Clearly, I'm not getting.
look, y'all are being inspirational here. So why don't you actually help the voters out there? Say like, vote for this, vote for that. Do not vote for this. Do not vote for that.
Next time you guys do it, I am really going to.
We are doing it in a couple of weeks. Once I get back from my vacation.
If there is one thing I have learned in my 10 or so years of being in fandoms is that if it has a ship moment in it, it will most likely win.
That's that's what I'm thinking too. That's the reason why like racing cards ended up winning number 1 year. It feels like
Horoscope's gotta be high up there, right?
Horoscope was top 2. Horoscope was top 2. Wait, I forgot where it lost to actually. Hold up.
What did it lose to? Did it lose to Casa Christmas?
Oh no, it lost to Racing Hearts. There you go. It was like Sam versus Luna versus Sam and Luna versus Lincoln and Ronnie Ann. So
I mean, there's one reason that could lose to that. It's because of Luna. I get it. You know?
Yeah, I get that one.
Yeah, and because
one lost, one gained.
I was gonna say anytime there's like Saluna moments in the show is when even the people who aren't usually into the Loud House watch it just because of the gay, and I don't blame them.
I don't blame them.
I don't blame him.
I'm keeping my eye on Omid. I know he's not on tonight's stream, but I feel like he's inspired everybody to vote for Racing Cars that year.
I mean, I'm sure next stream you guys are gonna have he's gonna be spamming about Sam on your episode about Animal House.
Well, our next Loud Casa Talks is actually going to be a full episode, so we're going to be talking about the Loud House movie. So I would imagine that he will be talking about. Sam appeared for like he'll be put the Sam cameo for like 30 minutes.
I don't expect anything less from Omid. I love him for it.
He's awesome like that, man.
Yep.
See, I've noticed something about the polls because I'm doing one for one of my shows, and I don't know when that one where that one lost, when it was held, but I've noticed something that recency bias takes a big part in it. Like the more recent an episode is, the higher it's gonna be for some reason.
Yeah.
I think I kind of get that because it's like it's kind of like this thing where it's like every episode gets better than either is better than the last one or worse than the last one. So if it's like fresh in people's brains and they enjoyed it, then they'll obviously pick that one more.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't want anybody voting for Gossipy Girl when it happens. Come on, guys.
Oh God.
Please.
Remember, we're gonna be doing. Remember, that's next year's best episode tournament.
Don't even include it in the poll. It doesn't deserve to be in the poll. You guys forgot what was it? Gossipy Girl. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Fine. When we do a preliminary round, we'll not put it on the poll for people to vote.
Watch everybody vote for it just to spite me, though. Watch them anyway. No, it's because I said that. It's like everybody voted because Sunny said not to vote for it. It's like, no, guys, we do not vote for it. What did I say?
Why don't you listen to me? I said don't vote for it.
It's like it beats Utter Mess for some reason.
Oh no!
Oh no! That's gonna cause an uproar.
Oh no!
I will just quit the poll forever. I'll quit the fandom forever.
I have you on video saying that.
I'm sure there are plenty of times I said I've quit the fandom, and I haven't quit since. I'm still stuck here. No matter how many times I try to say I'll
I was
quit,
gonna say,
I just can't.
I was gonna say, like, I've been here for so long, ever since the show started. I'm not gonna see myself like leave unless something really bad happens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
same.
it's like Luna said in season 1. You can never go back, bro. You can
You
never
can
go
never go
back.
back.
You're here forever.
You're one of us now.
One of us. One of us.
Of us.
Gooble gobble, gooble gobble.
Honestly, since I didn't have as much pull with the last poll in this community, but I have a lot more pull now. I'm gonna use it to vote against Gossipy Girl.
Mhm.
Hey!
Hey, you know what? We're the ones who actually just put the polls up. So you guys are the ones who are going to make like the tournament next. I mean, like your votes make the tournament that always happens every year. So good. Just get your Instagram and Twitter ready.
Make sure you fight the power and pick the right answers this time, because I'll be watching you all when you vote.
All right, Curse of the Candy Goblin going to be top 5 now.
Well, I sure.
I mean,
I didn't know that.
I'll put.
That would be sure.
I remember. Hey, remember, I'm just randomly putting episodes in polls. So the thing is, like,
As long as other Master Prankiversary are like in the top 5, I'll be cool
okay,
with that.
okay.
Okay,
Move
so
on.
let's
Let's
yeah,
move
let's
on. Yeah,
move
let's
on.
move on.
Before we get into another rant. Next, I have Last Loud on Earth. I don't know if this truly counts as a Halloween episode, but it feels like one to me. I don't know when it aired, quite honestly. So
It's
This was-
season 4's. It's season 4's like Halloween episode technically. It's like the whole like the whole like T-tail heart Jeers for fears kind of thing. You know,
Okay.
it's
Right,
more like
right.
Price of Admission and what's the one pair with that one? Price of Admission and the other thing.
One Flew Over the Loud House. That one was
Yeah.
actually more Halloweeny. Actually,
Yeah.
One Flew Over the Loud House. Yeah, that one was more of Halloween. Just the fact that like they're kind of surviving a zombie apocalypse. But we're talking about the Last Light on Earth, so this is technically sort of zombie-ish, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like
Yeah.
surviving the zombie apocalypse.
They
Yeah.
thought that Lincoln and Clyde were in a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. I don't have what to say on this one. It's just a good Clinky McCloud episode. What else can you say? Like, there's only so much you can say for Clinky McCloud episodes where it's like, oh, that was great. Till, that was fine. Till, wow, that was okay. Like, you just, I have a scale when I rate Clinky McCloud episodes. It's either like mid to great, but then most of them are just mid. Where I'm like, yeah, that was pretty good. You know, that was a pretty good Clinky McCloud episode. That's all you gotta say about them. Majority of the time, so that's fine. There we go.
yeah. I feel like the biggest part of this episode to me that I can really remember is them torturing their parents. That's what I remember. Their parents got beat up.
When they thought they were zombies, they beat them up.
Mm-hmm.
I felt bad for them.
And what made it worse was like that had been one of the first times we had seen Howard and Harold in a long time too. And they get beat up.
I mean, it's weird that like they didn't even try to look for Lincoln and Clyde, even though Lincoln and Clyde, because they were in Lisa's bunker. How come they didn't even try to check Lisa's bunker the whole night? Very irresponsible of you, Loud family. You would think they know about Lisa's bunker. They would have checked Lisa's bunker.
Colby's still having video issues. Yeah, audio only should work.
I'm guessing there's something wrong with the app for Colby. I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah, it's probably it was messing up for me too, so maybe it's just the app's glitching up.
If I were gonna say something about this episode for Last Lot on Earth, like I said, a little typical Clinkin McCloud episode. I mean, well, how I can explain? I really like the little adventurous little scenes there where Clyde and Lincoln were like, trying to survive, get into Royal Woods Mall, and get away from the zombies. So it's kind of like after watching so many zombie movies, they kind of felt like they're in a zombie apocalypse themselves. So they end up like doing all of this to take down whoever they thought were the zombies. So I thought that adventure was fun. And of course, like at the end, a little obvious who was the zombies. It's like, yeah, this is not gonna be a real thing. And yeah, I said it was not bad of an episode. So there's nothing more I can say for that.
Yeah, I've noticed like my thing with Loud House Halloween based episodes, they're always just okay. I don't have for any of them. I know this is getting ahead of myself. For any of them, I can't say I absolutely adore them.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, wasn't this episode paired with Tales of Woe? Right?
It was, and that was the better episode.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously
Yeah.
for many reasons.
This is one reason is obviously my favorite character is in there, and she also has a lead role, which we never expected to actually have a secondary character have a lead role in an episode, which I was so happy about. and the episode was good. Like, oh, who stole her thing? Who stole her music box? It turned out to be, somebody we never expected, and it turned out to be awesome. What more can I say?
Yeah, I mean, like, looking at Loud House related Halloween stuff, I think honestly Tricked is like the best one. If you can, like, based on my personal bias, I think it's the best one out of like everything they've done Halloween wise. I mean, Ghosted is a whole other story.
No.
We're getting into that next.
We gotta talk about that tonight, right? Oh,
Next.
We are gonna talk about
That's
that
next.
tonight.
We
I was gonna
Oh no!
I was gonna say one episode that actually did put up a good horror, like as something Halloweeny, would be One Flew Over the Loud House. That one at least was something good. Like, oh, everyone is sick, but they act like zombies. So, and then it felt like such a zombie survival, something you see from Walking Dead. Something which you never expected to see from the Loud House. So, like, oh, all the loud kids are all sick, so all you have to do is try to survive. You have Lincoln and all the surviving siblings trying their best to like survive. Lenny being so nice by like, trying to help them even if she'll risk herself getting sick and everything. Still though, that was something more of like the horror. That was something more of like something scary for the Loud House that I thought was reaching that level. You don't have a good Halloween episode like Curse of the Candy Goblin, which we'll explain later. But
yeah, I mean, like Jeers for Fears has so much potential trying to be a scary episode. Even I guess we're gonna be talking about, but like the promos had to be like, oh, the sisters are gonna scare Lincoln and Clyde, but then it's like, no, they're actually just practicing to have Lincoln and Clyde be scaredy cats for like 11 minutes, and it was really just a waste of time to me. But
yeah.
then, like, I think an underrated one with horror aspects is T-Tail Heart with the creepy dog.
That one was good. Like the suspense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a whole like parody of what's the creepy doll? Is that Freddy? Is that the creepy doll, or I think it's someone else?
It's that one girl. It's that. Oh, you talking about the Chucky? Like Chucky?
Chucky, yeah, that's what it is. It's
Yeah.
a parody of Chucky with a creepy doll. I think that's a good parody of horror stuff. But like again, like Curse of the Candy Goblin did a real goblin, and then Loud House just hasn't really done like a horror type episode, except again, like Ghosted has a real ghost, but it's not really a scary ghost, really. I mean, it's not really that scary. If they were to actually do like in season 6, they could do an actual scary special. Like again, like if they did that, that'd be really cool. Because again, like Loud House and Casagrandes just don't care about like it being very grounded anymore. Like we have real ghosts and goblins and time travel, and it's like, okay, Loud House can just do a creepy, spooky episode with real ghosts that can actually scare everybody. Like, that'd be so cool. If they're gonna end on season 6, they should do a big banger Halloween special like that, Why not? Anything's possible. Like Vincent said, anything's possible now in the universe, because, it's wacky shenanigans. I'd love to see them actually do a real scary special, like how Muppets Haunted Mansion, like they did such a really good job of making it funny but also scary for like not scary for kids, but like a little bit scary, where it's like, oh, maybe your kids will be scared by this. Loud House doesn't have to do that very scary, but hey, it'd be really cool if they did, so maybe.
Yeah. No, we aren't going to be on Jeers for Fears tonight because I didn't think it was significant enough to put in the list.
Yeah, I mean, I would have done a 10 out 10-minute rant on Bobby's random cameo in that episode and how it ticks me off. So yeah, you know, I
There's a lot of like things that are weird in that episode. The fact that Bobby came in for just one visit just to make sure that Lincoln and Clyde are safe from the haunted house. This is Bernardo's first appearance, by the way. And
Chandler-
also Chandler,
missed
and that
opportunity.
was the most disappointing part. I thought Chandler would actually have a change of heart
Let's
after.
do it anyway. It's like, guys, come
He's still
on,
a bully.
episode.
God damn it! I thought Chandler had a full heart.
We all fell for it. It didn't happen. It's like everything except for Mrs. Bernardo's cameo, everything about this episode is just a disappointment. It's like, come on. It's like Chandler, no redemption arc. Bobby, what are you doing here? Why did you bring Ronnie in? Come on, stop annoying me with this Loud House. And then it's like everything else.
Chandler couldn't be redeemed, but no. I know, right?
No.
No,
Never gonna
actually,
happen.
it just makes it worse. With that season 5 episode dropped as well. Dang it, broadcast blues.
I mean, I'm glad they didn't redeem him in that episode. If he's just gonna stay a jerk in the show, keep him as a jerk. Don't try to redeem him. I'm fine.
He tried his best to cease his cheatings. Okay, look, he tried to help Lincoln.
I mean,
in a
was
bad
he
way.
really helping? I'm just saying, was he really trying to help him? I think he was just like bribing him. I don't think it's help.
You're on a point there, but still.
It was in a like a last minute crisis over the fact he couldn't get something for Lola. So Chandler's like, yes, opportunity to bribe him out of his money. So yeah, I don't think it's helping. Chandler helping, please.
Yeah,
Oh,
helping.
Nate.
All right. We should probably move on to the next episode, but I think it's something you don't want to talk about.
You know what's coming next. It's ghosted time.
I don't want to talk about it. No, thank you.
Oh no! Oh no!
The first part's the only good part, and that's it. Good night, everybody. I'm done.
Fine, Clickin' McCloud fans, but Lori was the overall focus, and I have to redeem my girl Lori in this episode. Okay,
I would like to hear that redemption arc there. Lori.
The only thing I liked about this episode was the fact that Lori, you can't just fix your problems by having Lincoln and Lucy just come on over. So, why don't you fix it yourself by actually confronting the problem yourself, which is what she did, and actually faced on with the ghost, and she ended up having a good tournament after that. Still, the concept of having ghosts in a golf course is so weird. That it just tells you I'm guessing Fairway is haunted. That's why everybody's winning tournaments, because of ghosts. And the concept is pretty much over now, considering that Laurie's doing well over at Teed Off, if you watch that episode in the Casagrandes. So whenever we have another Laurie episode, either in the Casagrandes or the Loud House, you just hope that there's another cameo of a ghost that'll pop up, because it just feels like it's just something that was thrown away. Just because it just tells you
Imagine if the ghost came back and teed off. Imagine that. That would have been funny. Oh man. Lori actually wasn't getting help from Ewan. She was actually getting help from the ghost. She was just pretending to get help from Ewan.
Yeah. I get it. Ewan is supposed to be some sort of hot how do I say this?
Friend.
Like a hot 12 is midnight guy. Yeah, hot Yun Kwan. There you go.
Hot Yun Kwan. Sorry, hot according to Rodney and Sid.
According to Sid, yeah. I'm sorry, but Sid goes desperate when it comes to Yun Kwan. Hello, have you seen Operation Popstar?
No, I mean, Vincent, it's okay to like it. You can like it if you want to. There are people who like it. No problem.
Oh yeah, I mean, I like it. I like it only for the Lori part, and then everything else was fine, like the Clinkin McCloud part. But then I felt like for Lucy's what was it? Lucy's Morticians Club to come in as well kind of dampened the move, to say. Would you agree with everybody?
They only promoted the Lincoln and Clyde stuff, and they're the only ones on the title card with Lori. And then they're like, oh wait, actually it's gonna be shared with Lucy. And it's like, why is Lucy here? Isn't this supposed to be a Clinkin McCloud and Lori episode? No, like I just don't like how this episode is basically it's basically like they had 2 episode ideas and just smushed them together into one episode, where it's like, hey, we want an episode where Lincoln and Clyde help Lori with a ghost. Oh, we want an episode where Lucy helps Lori with a ghost. Hey, let's just combine them. And how do they make it work? They don't, because when when Lincoln, when after the click and stuff, like Lori's like, hey Lincoln, can you help me like get the ghost back? Lincoln's like, I don't think I can do that. Ghost hunters don't do that. I'm like, don't they? Can't they release the ghost? What are you? I what? Like,
I mean, that was a good that was a good opportunity to like have like Lincoln and Clyde come back and just help them, but instead, like, oh yeah, ghost capturing is our thing, not ghost coming back is not our thing. Let's just get Lucy. Let's just have a random appearance of Lucy and the Morticians Club to come in. I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
They couldn't find a way. I just feel like they couldn't find a way to get Lucy, as they're like, oh, ghost hunting's our thing, not ghost friending. I think that's what they said, and I'm like, okay. And so it's like, oh, I know Lucy can help you bring it back. It's like, I just wish it could have just been Lincoln and Clyde, or just if this episode would have just been Lucy helping Lori, then maybe it would have been better. Or again, Lincoln and Clyde just only, because like again, I again, my bias stuff. I don't like how Lori treated Lincoln this episode, where she's like, oh, I called Clyde because he's the brains of the operation, and Lincoln's like, I'm right here, Lori. Or like when she's like, oh, thank you, Clyde, and you too, Lincoln. Thanks, I think. I remember being pissed off at that, but then I was like, okay, it's kind of funny. Like ever since Lori days and another episode I can't talk about came out, I've warmed up to it. I was like, okay, like after Lori days, they redeemed that whole Lincoln and Lori stuff. As long as they don't do it again, I'm fine with it. Okay, I'm fine. You know, that's cool. Like, but yeah, like I just feel like they had 2 episode ideas. They put it together, and Lucy. In the same episode, like you could have had them all together. What happened here? Did Twitch just die?
I don't know. It died for me as well.
Wait, what are you talking about? It's fine over here.
What is it?
Had to refresh.
Yeah, it did.
Maybe you guys had to, because like I feel like I'm still looking at it. It looks good. Oh wait, you can't hear anyone right now?
Can't hear anyone?
It's buffering for everyone. I think Twitch just died.
Oh no, Twitch.
Wait, no, I'm hearing the stream. I just played it. I heard myself.
No. Oh, okay. Everything. I guess it's just a hiccup on Twitch. Yeah, I guess it's a hiccup on Twitch.
Twitch must died.
One thing I want to say about Lincoln and Clyde's part there. I just love the fact that like we're going away from the first and second season where Clyde like loved Lori so much that she like kept on having nosebleeds and things like that. Now it just feels like after this episode came out, it feels like Lori is actually more comfortable with Clyde and everything, which just feels good, because that whole gimmick that happened back in the first and second season is finally over. I'm like, finally Clyde is comfortable with Lori and all that good jazz. No more of the nosebleeds and everything like that. That was kind of like a gimmick that really felt weird for like Clyde fans.
But it was just weird that she was favoring him instead of her brother, who she knows with the plan. It's just weird.
It felt weird considering, like, you know, Lori and Lincoln always have been like, like, what was it, having partners together and things like that.
Yeah, it's like it's school. Like Lincoln was the whole reason Lori went back to school. And all of a sudden here she's like, "Oh, Clyde, you're better than Lincoln," or something like that. I just don't like. I'm over it because Lori days made up for it. So I'm like, I'm happy Lori days made up for that redemption. But I'm like, it's still kind of iffy on me. It's just. I feel like again, it was just an obligation on Nickelodeon, because they're like, "Hey, we need a hallway special." And it's like, "Oh, we'll do 2 episodes." Actually, we need a special. And it's like, okay, we'll just put them together. And to me, it just doesn't work.
No,
it just doesn't.
If it actually was 2 separate episodes, then it would have been like something better to say. Yeah,
like maybe they could have done two episodes and just been kind of like a continuity thing. Like you could have had 2 Lori episodes back to back, and it's like back at college, like maybe again, like I don't know. I don't know how they would have made it work. It's just like they tried. You know, that's all I'll say on this episode. They tried, and it just doesn't work.
And the other thing too now is like, now I feel like everybody's cheating over at Fairway University just because of ghosts that are haunting the place. I'm like, that's a bad concept. There's no ghosts there. Yeah. I don't know why they would actually do something like this, but I just hope that episode doesn't actually like continue. I just hope that episode doesn't have any continuity, because I swear to God, if there's actually like a ghost that actually helps them, I swear to God, this is not how golf is.
It doesn't look like this episode affected anything in season 5 from what we see.
Thank God. I'm like, thank goodness. I just hope nothing pops up from season 5. That tells you that from that episode that will continue on to like season 6, as we continue to follow Lori in Fairy University and all.
Yeah, I like to say it's like a standalone episode. Like it doesn't affect the continuity of the show. At least right now, maybe season 6 they might say, "Oh, Lori's still like getting help from the ghosts," maybe, but we don't know yet.
Right.
It's not like in Casa where they remember they saw a haunted chicken because in Candy Goblin they're like, "Oh, kids, you see a goblin, it's so hilarious. Even though you guys saw a haunted chicken a season ago, I don't get why you don't believe that." I'll have a rant about that as soon as we get to it. It's like, wow, like, yeah.
The previews for that one were crazy because, like, you just have them, like, laying eggs and stuff, and it's like, what the heck is going on here?
Oh, I can't wait to hear Seren talk about Bad Cluck. I hope it's on here. Is it on here?
No,
It's not actually.
We've bucked that enough.
Oh, wait. Yeah, that was
I wanted to hear
crazy.
Seren rant. Bad Cluck.
We've went on that rant enough.
He's like, I'm done. I don't want to talk
It's like,
about
I'm done with this. I'm done with this.
That is about where I'm at.
We dragged Ghosted to its knees last time, and you put it on here. What is that to say, Seren?
I don't know why I put it on here, quite honestly.
I don't know. I just put it on here because I don't want to talk about Bad Cluck. That's why I know. It's okay.
Well, Bad Cluck didn't air around October. I was just looking for October release dates, basically, when I did this.
It aired in October. It aired with this episode. So it fails for the Crypt in October.
I guess I just decided not to put it on. I don't remember what I was thinking.
It's okay. It's okay.
Well, we aren't talking about it. Colby got it right. It clucking sucks.
That's perfect.
I wanted to say, I had a joke about something someone said. I was gonna say, no, wait, no. I was gonna say this episode is just as dead as Ghosts. We Ghosted. I don't know. I was waiting on it. I forget what I messed it up. I had the joke and I lost it.
I think next up we have Fright Bite. Yes.
Oh, let's talk
Fright
about the
Bite.
episode.
A good episode. Yay! A good episode.
Best of the 4 episodes we talked about so far.
Well, I mean, Tricked is still good.
This
It's
one's
not
still
bad.
better, in my opinion, at least.
Fair. I won't say no. I think it's just exactly like for me, it's like just like Last on Earth or Tricked in general. It's fine, but it's a pretty good Lucy episode. I was just kind of happy for my friend Nino, who's a huge Lucy fan, and I was waiting for him to get a good Lucy episode after the other Lucy episode of season 5. To me, is not really that good because of Lola, but I really like this episode. And the fact that she got to her friends got to be on Vampires of Melancholia. I say that's a big W for Lucy. She deserved it, so good for her. Good for her.
Yeah.
One thing I want to add from this episode is the fact that we're talking more about episodes with the with the Lucy's Morticians Club. If we have episodes like this talking about the Morticians Club, then I want more because it actually was a really fun episode. Them trying to become a vampire. They're hoping this guy was a vampire, but instead they were actually filming they're filming their favorite show, Vampires Melancholia. I thought that was pretty. I thought that was like a good lead-in, just the fact that the cop out was there. But at the same time, they also met Edwin, and then the fact that they all love Edwin was something. And that's all I can say for it. I mean, really awesome that they actually were a part of the show as well. So their 5 minutes of fame was already there, and it's fun. And the other thing too is that little continuity here, but the same guy from Fandom Pains, the guy that Lucy was trying to get rid of,
Yeah.
he's in it too. So it tells me like, oh, I think Lucy grown to like this vampire.
Blake Bradley.
That
was so cool that they remembered him and he's still in the show. That's really great continuity.
Yeah, because didn't he at the end of that one? I think he got turned into a vampire. So
Yeah.
they brought that back.
What did anyone think of them being hipsters? Okay. Vincent.
I did that for Sleepy's in the chat. I know he enjoyed that.
The sauce.
The sauce.
That was my favorite part.
I loved Haiku and Lucy's outfits. They were really cool.
When I was thinking about those outfits, they were like the weirdest, but they fit so well with the outfits.
Also, one point, give Dante glasses.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And he kept getting stuff in his eye.
Yeah. Oh, contact lens.
Can we talk about how apparently Boris is supposed to be 9 years old?
Yes.
9 years old.
He's a very tall. He's a very tall 9-year-old.
Very tall for 9 years old.
I didn't believe that. I still don't believe that, quite honestly. But okay.
I mean, Lucy's supposed to be 9 now, right, in the show because of time skip, or is she 8?
She's
9.
She's 9, yeah.
9, okay.
So you're telling me all of them are 9 years old. So I mean, for Haiku, Dante, everybody, and then the guy with the glasses, I forgot his name.
Remember, actually, Haiku is supposed to be Lincoln's age, but I guess they aged her down.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I remember Haiku was supposed to be back in Vanessa's resolution wasn't Lucy wasn't Haiku like Lucy's classmate, so I'm guessing she's also the same age as Lucy. So that kind of I kind of assume.
I mean, she looks like Lincoln's age, but I feel like because she's become a secondary character, they just aged her down to
Lucy's age. Yeah, because I think they just kind of retconned it because I think all of the kids, they were supposed to be the dates that they set him up on, they were supposed to be Lincoln's age. So technically she would be in middle school. So I guess that's why maybe she got held back. We could just go with that.
What did Haiku do?
Backstory.
Well, I mean, what didn't she do is the question.
Oh boy.
You don't know when those mortician kids are up to some suspicious activity.
Those mortician club guys, they do some dark spirit stuff. I mean, maybe some dark magic may have gotten a little too far.
Okay, so we're through the Loud House ones I have, so that means we're going on to the Casagrandes.
All right.
Yes.
And I think New Haunts. Yep, New Haunts is first up for the Casagrandes.
Oh gosh,
forgettable Halloween episode to me.
Didn't this one come out didn't this come on right when the show started? Because
yeah, it was literally the second episode.
Third episode, the entire show. It's literally the third episode.
Yep.
And first, the Candy Goblin retcons everything in this episode. This episode is not canon anymore because Bobby goes trick-or-treating and curses the Candy Goblin, and yet he's here and not going trick-or-treating. I don't get that. I don't understand it. They retconned this entire episode.
This episode, it's something on its own. Basically, it's good. It's fine on its own. But yeah, they definitely retconned it in later episodes.
The only thing that's canon is the Haunted Mercado. Everything else is non-canon. Because, I think, because Carl and CJ, they stayed with Bobby to watch the Mercado because Roddy was going to the party. If I remember that correctly. But, then all of a sudden, in Curse of the Candy Goblin, Bobby's going to trick-or-treat with the boys and Roddy Ann. And I don't understand why they didn't do it last time. I don't get that. I'm so confused.
They didn't even do a trick-or-treating thing over at over at New Haunts. It was just mostly them just going to a party, and then Bobby just running Bobby and the kids just running the Haunted Mercado.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't know why they did it this year, and because I know in Curse of the Candy Goblin the adults ran the Mercado this time. Why didn't they do it last time if the boys wanted to go trick-or-treating? I don't understand.
Maybe just one year they decided to hey, let's just hold back on trick-or-treating, and then now this year they're back to trick-or-treating. It's interesting.
Also, I'm going to talk about it later with Sid, but like I love Sid's lobster costume; it's very cute. But I'm gonna put a pin in Sid for after once we get to the Candy Goblin. I'm putting a pin in that.
Yeah.
Also, the other thing too is like the outfits are actually like pretty clever. I mean, what like Roddy Ann being a what was it? Roddy Ann being a gumball machine.
Oh, get
I mean,
the gumball thing. It's so stupid. I'm so glad she was a lot tormented this year because I'm like, what was the gumball thing? It was so dumb.
I think the one thing. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. You go. I apologize.
That's okay. I think the one thing that I would like from this episode was the fact that the little dance at the end was the thing that kind of got me.
That was the thing I was missing about Candy Goblin was where was the zombie boogie? And like Seren was telling me on our show, Bobby Roddy said they do it every year. There was no zombie boogie in Candy Goblin. Where was the zombie boogie? It's the best part of this episode. It's my favorite thing ever. Where was it?
I feel like they just got stuck, and that's the reason why.
Yeah,
it was the parents' turn, right? Because it was the parents that would be doing the zombie boogie, right? Since they were running the
I would love
Mercado.
to see that. I would love to see the parents do the zombie boogie. Please, come on. Next Halloween episode of season 4, we need to return to zombie boogie.
Yes.
So whenever I saw Sid in that, all I can think of is bring in the dancing lobsters.
Classic line.
Whatever happened to Kingston, the dude who was hosting the party, the 6th grader who invited them for some reason? Like, how did the 6th grader know them? Because I know like Sid was like, "Oh, I gave him a pencil once." Was he in their class to invite them to his party? It's like, Kingston, my dude, and then he just never appeared again.
There's the continuity in that, and then if you go to like Curse of the Candy Goblin, which we'll explain later, so much continuity that happened from like all previous episodes. I mean, you have to never talk about new haunts for some reason, except for the Haunted Mercado. I guess.
Yeah, I think this episode just doesn't exist in the show anymore.
It was just one little fluke for like Nickelodeon to say, "Hey, Casagrandes, you're a brand new show. Where's your Halloween episode?" Because I feel like every new show needs a Halloween episode for some reason.
Yeah. The only thing I remember being a little bit annoyed about this episode, this is the actual introduction to Sid knowing one of Roddy Ann's city friends from City Slickers. This is the first time we ever see one of them in the show, which was Samir. And I was really excited to see an episode where Sid actually meets them personally. But no, the show was just like, oh, she already knows about them. I'm like, okay, seriously? No introduction is like, oh, Sid knows who Samir is. Like, okay, all right, I guess we're just doing this, all right. Because I'm kind of excited to see Sid meet kind of like, again, how Sid and Lincoln meet for the first time, which is great. They didn't mess that up. But I'm like, why does she already know them? Okay, I guess I'm just going to go on with it. I'm cool. It's fine. But I'm still happy that Nikki, Casey, and Samir are actually part of the show because I love that they remembered them and they're actual characters that have been in the show, which is great.
Well, I mean, like the fact I like the fact that like even in the introduction like of the Casagrandes, because we never seen them in the first episodes, but they do appear, and that was awesome that they said, "Oh, continuity, yes, we have it for you. Yes, they're here." We saw them in City Slickers. We brought them back over to the Casagrandes.
The episode is quotable. What would you quote from this, Kobe? What's your favorite quote from this episode?
Yeah, I'd like to know that too.
I think my favorite quote is going to a 6th grade party.
Oh, I think Kobe already said it. Oh yeah, gravity.
Oh
yeah, that's part. But they just like were flying
like, Kingston, my dude. That's what I remember. Oh, what was it? Sid's like puns she was telling them about. I can't remember them, but that was funny when she told the puns. She was trying.
She was really trying.
It was what she was explaining when they were asking about the party. Sid was like something with a side of stinky. Oh yeah, gravity. Yeah,
gravity.
Great.
Yeah.
We're dressed as mimes. Very exotic.
Very exotic in France.
Wait, no, it was very European. That's what it was, not very exotic.
I think she also had a line about France. I think.
Yeah, something like that.
She was like very obsessed with France on that episode.
I also do like that Bobby's dressed as a vampire, which correlates to Lori dressing as a vampire in Tricked. So there you go, couples costumes.
You know what? You know what's ironic about that is they don't even celebrate Halloween in France.
Oh, one
That's
more.
why.
So Sid, I don't know what you were doing.
One
That's
more
why
quote.
That's why the Miraculous Halloween special got canceled.
Wait, it got
Oh
canceled?
yeah, it did. A long time
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
Way before I got into the show.
Yeah.
And there's like the closest thing I was gonna say, closest thing we have is there was this TV short that they did for Halloween, but that was it.
I thought you were gonna say the closest we have is Zombie Adrian, the Nightmare Adrian.
Oh yeah, Fanboy. That's kind of like a Halloween episode.
Marinette.
I put that. That's what I have as my icon on Discord.
Yeah.
Zombie
Yeah, they
Adrian.
said originally back in 2016 when the show was renewed, they were going to do a Halloween special. I think they also announced the New York special at the same time, but then they canceled the Halloween special in favor of the New York one. Yeah.
And it took them 5 years. It took them 4 years for that one to come out.
Yeah.
I think they also were gonna do a live action movie back then too.
They're also gonna do a show. I don't know if that's still happening.
Nope. As of now, it's just the animated movie
Okay.
coming out. Actually, the trailer might come out before the end of the year because it's in post production right now. So we'll see.
Okay. We'll see.
Yeah, one more quote that I remember for this episode was so let me guess, big in France? Oui. It took me a couple seconds to get it when it first came on, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. She's being French.
Yes, we.
Okay,
Oui,
so
oui.
the next we have Fails in the Crypt. I remember my thinking now. I figured this was a better one to talk about than Bad Luck. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It was the
Different
sister. It
episode.
was a sister episode to Bad Cluck, and everyone
Yeah.
obviously had something about Bad Cluck.
Yeah, this is to be one of the better Roddy and Friends episodes. Like season 2 has really degraded my feelings of Roddy and Friends episode because, well, also because of a certain one, but also just because like sometimes I'm like, it's the same way. It's just how I feel about Lincoln and Friends episodes. It's sometimes like, oh, this is pretty good too, meh, and this one is pretty much up there because like it's literally the first episode of season 2, so it had to be good. And I love the misdirects, like the mystery of who was scaring Ronnie Ann and her friends. Of course, we find out it's Rosa and Hector because like they were just being. I don't know what they were being, but just being assholes. Like what was their motivation to scare the kids other than don't go in the
It's a
cemetery?
treat. It was their
What's
like scare. It was like their scare streak or something like that. For them to like stay up overnight in the cemetery. They were holding a record. They were holding a record or something, and that's the reason why they wanted to come into the cemetery and start scaring the kids.
And wasn't it like the reason why like Rosa and Hector and Vito wanted to get in on it is because they don't want nobody to beat their record.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So they
And they're
even
the
scared their own
reasons-
kids to do
Right,
that.
Yeah. And that's why they got revenge on Rosa and Hector, which, by the way, nice continuity in Candy Goblin. Rosa's wearing her spider costume from this episode of Candy Goblin.
Yeah.
So nice continuity there, Casagrandes, as usual. But yeah. No, I like this one. I think to me it's one of the, like, I like the interaction between the friends. Like, to me it's one of the better Roddy and Friends episodes to see them, like, as a group, because I think this was like one of the first ones where Laird was actually included in the group from like season 1 when he first joined, and now he's kind of more included now. But it's cool to see them all together and just the mystery of it, and like and Maria and was it Maria and Carlos be actual siblings, like when they bicker at each other. Like I
Mhm.
want to see more of that. Like they kind of showed that in the Christmas episode. I want actual like Maria and Carlos sibling episode because Carlos has no episodes in the show except for one.
I'm
Like, come on,
wondering.
give Carlos.
I'm wondering, like, when are we gonna have like a Carlos Maria episode? I mean, look, they're siblings,
Yeah.
like they're brother sister. So why don't we have them, like, as older adults, like bickering like what they did when they were kids? Like in this episode, in and of itself, they're even like saying like, "Ooh, who's the scaredy cat? Ooh, look who's scared," and everything. And I thought that was pretty cute having those two still act like kids a
Yeah.
little bit.
I want to see more of them. It's great. Yeah, everybody's in the chat. Oh, don't use the puppy dog eyes. Yeah, all around
Aw.
puppy dog eyes. Oh, she's using her puppy dog eyes. And she's crying like, oh, one of my favorite scenes ever is that scene where she's using the puppy dog eyes on Hector. It's great. Great.
That'll make Hector break.
Something I was gonna say was like how earlier we were talking about how the Casagrandes Halloween episodes always end up being kind of more interesting than the Loud House ones, and I think it's because in the Casagrandes they aren't shy about using more like fantasy elements, but also like the feeling of suspense. So like they actually make episodes where you're sitting here like, oh my god, is that monster real? Like, are these actual monsters? Are they actually scaring these kids? Or like, is it people dressed up like monsters? Whereas the Loud House, it's kind of like even in the zombie one, it's like, oh, those are just his sisters. They're sick. It's not really that scary. Like, that kind of thing.
Yeah, Casagrandes because of again their type of because they're very much exploring their culture and representation. I think a lot of Hispanic lore has a lot of mystical and supernatural elements. I can't really say because I'm not Hispanic, but from what I've seen and researched about, it's a lot to do with that. And like Ernesto and some other stuff, or like Rosa with her supernatural stuff, they really do like to put that into the show. I think it's really cool because like they don't need to be restricted to be grounded. Even though it's like weird sometimes when again they have like Bad Cluck have a real ghost chicken and they do nothing about it. It's like, okay, they can do that because that's just how they do. And it's neat. So when they do episodes like this where it feels like they're not restricted to stay grounded, they can just do whatever they want. They can get batshit crazy. I think it's awesome.
Mhm.
And well, I was gonna say the most popular one that I can think of in terms of like Mexican lore is the chupacabra, and I think they mentioned that in an episode before.
They did a whole episode on it. It's Monster Cast from season 1.
Yeah, the chupacabra.
That's one of my favorite episodes.
They also have the Day of the Dead, which is actually November 1st. It's the day after Halloween.
Mhm.
And if you've seen Coco, you know what that is.
That's Croaked
But it's
also
not-
in the episode. They have an episode for Croaked. Yeah.
They did, yeah. So they did that too, and it's just like, so like, basically it's like the belief that one day a year your loved ones who are passed on come back just to visit. So they'll make like a whole shrine of things for them to come see. And so that's why, like you said, I think too, just the fact that in a lot of Latin American lore, especially like Mexican lore, they believe in ghosts a lot more than we do.
Ooh, is that like Mexican Halloween? As Sid would say.
Oh, Sid.
Lalo, if you want to say no, I don't believe that. I know Lalo wrote the episode. I don't believe it, Lalo. Okay, I got you. I know it is. This is quoting Sid.
Okay, so the last episode on the list is obviously Curse of the Candy Goblin. I saved the best for last.
Yes.
Oh boy, I have a lot to say on this one.
This is
Positive and
so. Oh
negative.
god, I want to say this is so good.
Okay, you go then.
Well, fine.
Like,
I
it's
know,
so good. All right, I'll go. You go then.
Wait. Sunny said something about like it not being okay. I thought I heard that.
As me and Seren have talked about on my show, I think again it's like a Trick situation where to me this is the better episode than Tricked in terms of Halloween episode but it's the opposite problem with Tricked. It has a great A plot and a bad B plot. The Vito B plot is the worst part of this episode. I don't think it's funny in any way. I think it's a waste of time. I feel like they didn't know what to do with the adults in this episode, so it's like, let's do Vito because Vito's so funny. No, he's not. It's stupid. I don't like it.
Yeah, that was the bad part about it, because like they had so much potential for the adults to actually have something, and the B plot was mostly like getting unstuck because Vito made them stuck. So it's like there was a waste of time there, but it was mostly about the kids, obviously with their trick or treat competition and everything. I think the best part of this episode was the fact that everything was the callbacks, like all the callbacks to like the Casagrandes in their favorite moment. So say for example, like Ronnie Ann being La Tormenta, she loves La Tormenta, the wrestler. You saw Carlota being Alyssa for Halloween. She loves Alyssa. She's her best friend. We saw Operation Popstar. You know that Alyssa and Carlota click like that. Was it Carl being? Yeah, Carl being El Falcon. You know from the beginning, he's a huge fan of El Falcon. And of course you got CJ as Abuelo is amazing.
Yeah.
And also Bobby is a zombie, which is a callback to Role Model from the Casagrande arc, which I love.
There you go.
Right away, I'm like, oh my god, he's a zombie. That's a reference to Role Model. Oh my god, that's a deep cut. Oh, I love it. You love to see it. Also, a deep cut was Frida was wearing the jumpsuit from VIP.
Yeah, there you go. I was putting that up as well. Yeah, and the spider outfit that you said back in Fell from the Crypt.
Say, did Frida steal that from Alicia? Because she was
just never. I guess it just never like said anything after that. She
maybe
just wore it.
It's like what she said. I was wearing the jumpsuit, and now it's on me. Now I have the jumpsuit.
Maybe she gave it to her in Operation Popstar and we just didn't see it. Off screen.
I like that theory.
Off screen, maybe. Yeah.
Now that her and Alicia are close, maybe Frida asked her for it. Can I have the jumpsuit? All right. Because
you know, I was gonna say, like, I don't remember who it was on Twitter made the joke that Carlos's costume was a reference to that one short in Kablam. I can see it.
Yeah,
when I
said
saw
that.
it,
It's one alien. Is that Prometheus Bob? There you go. Yeah, it was that one short.
Yeah, because I remember seeing like when they posted the costumes on Instagram, I was like, "What in the heck is he dressed as?"
Yeah, I don't even know what did he say he was. Was just like an alien?
Yeah, it was a quote alien. That's it, just an alien. And of course, Vito was also dressed up like that too.
Yeah, I didn't really get what he was. I loved Maria as a nurse, and she scared. Like the best part was when she scared Laird. Which I'm taking the pain out of the Sid thing. How come Laird can appear? Where was Sid? Why wasn't she in this episode? Her family. Why did they show up in the Halloween episode? This is like the only special besides Curse where Sid and her family don't appear in a special. Sid has been in every single special, even the Christmas one. How come when they were trick-or-treating in the apartment, they couldn't have Sid make a cameo? Right? You know?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. What? Is it just because they went on vacation or something like they did back in Karma Chameleon?
How can they be on vacation during Halloween? What the heck?
It's a one time where like the Changs just like never appear over at Halloween.
Oh my god, dude! Imagine they went to like a haunted zoo. Oh my god! Like, and that's when they
let that be the next Halloween special. You're hearing us, Casagrande crew?
I got a pitch for you. Season 4 will be the haunted zoo. There you go. And it's like the animals, they become like possessed and they're ghosts.
It'd be just like Blood Moon from Big City Greens. Ooh.
Yes. Okay.
I want this.
Make it happen, Nickelodeon. I got your pitch for you. Hire me and I'll write it for you. There you go.
You know what would be kind of cool is they did one kind of like Rogue, except the animals come back to life. It's like a dead animal graveyard.
Oh my god!
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That'd be a good one too.
Like how they like Simpsons, they'll bring like Snowball 1 back to life and Treehouse of Horror. They'll have Froggy 1 come back to life and just cry seeing him. Oh my god!
Do you remember like that episode of Fairly Odd Parents where they did that, where like his gerbil or whatever came back to life?
Yes.
Oh god!
Oh my god! Imagine them bringing Froggy 1 back to life, and he's just like a zombie, and it's about to attack Adelaide. Oh my god! Miguel, are you listening? Are you out there in the chat? I got a pitch for
Hey, you went to our Loud Casa talks.
He did. You better
He
be
might watch
listening. I
this when
got
it
a
gets
pitch for
archived.
you.
We don't know.
Watch in season 4, they announce the Chang's Halloween special, and I'll be like, I called it. I knew it. That was my idea.
I mean,
credit.
I feel like they were listening to us immediately once we said about our continuity issue. I feel like ever since then, look at all the episodes that have turned that had the continuity problem fixed. So it's like, oh, thank
they
God.
are listening. They are listening because we asked for a Halloween special, and when we asked Miguel, he's like, well, I don't know, and then it happened. So
Yeah.
What I might do, since I have an Instagram for this stuff now that's based on it, I might, when I post this is out on archive, I'll just say, hey, at Miguel Puga, we have some episode recommendations for you with me.
And just a heads up, he has a YouTube. I don't know if he he did appear on YouTube. I'm like just letting you know. Maybe you can just tag him if you can.
Have to be through
Just tag him
a
on
channel that I
YouTube.
can, because most channels don't have that tagging thing yet.
No, they don't. Unfortunately, no. But you just like put up something for Miguel.
Tag him on Instagram. Tag him and tell him to do a Chang Halloween special in season 4, and make sure to credit Sunny Eclipse. Copyright 2021, and tell him to hire me.
We have so much idea. We have so much ideas for you guys. Maybe become the writer in the writer's room.
If I can't write the Roddy Kid episode, I'll write the Chang Halloween special for you, Miguel, okay? I'll do that. That'll be my freelance work.
I think one thing I want to point out, did you all expect the twist at the end, though?
No.
No.
Which one? There's 2 of them.
There's a lot.
One is stupid, and one is exactly what I didn't expect.
One thing I didn't expect was the fact that Carlitos and Sergio were behind us all along.
I expected it too, but it was so easy to predict they were up behind it. So obvious.
I think it was a little. I think it was a little obvious. I mean, I said this back in our recording last Thursday. It was a little obvious right after they gave the candy to the candy goblin. Oh, you're just bargaining more. Okay, this is kind of like what Sergio does too.
It was when they eliminated Carlito, Sergio, and it was like, okay, they're probably gonna be doing something. But then when they stepped on Sancho, I knew it was gonna be Sancho. And when I saw all of them together, I was like, I knew it. It's too obvious.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is like when I was watching the episode, like I totally forgot. Wait, where's Sergio? Where's Sancho? Oh, okay, now I'm seeing what's going on here.
Like, I love that they the thing was like, it was so weird to me that Radia was against Carlitos going trick or treating, and yet there was no problem with Lily going trick or treating with Lisa. Isn't that kind of weird?
Yeah.
And also, just from my personal experience, I've with like going trick or treating when I was younger, I've seen people taking babies to like haunted houses before.
Yeah, I don't know why they were against Carlitos going with them. That was so weird.
And even like Sunny, like I know you've been to Disney World a lot. I've seen when I saw people bringing babies into like the haunted mansion and stuff.
Yeah, I mean they got to.
But
I love that they didn't include Sergio because he's like, oh come on, can you include me? No, forget it. Like, thank you. They know Sergio's full of shit. Thank God. Isn't the bird is full? They're not stupid this time. Thank you. They know he's full of shit and he's gonna do something, and he did it anyway. And I hate him for it. It's like how we were talking about, like me and Seren were talking about how the Adelaide Sergio episode, it's like, oh, I actually like Sergio for a change, and then they're gonna turn around and make me hate him again, and that's exactly what they did anyway. So I expect nothing from Casagrandes. It's like, you're gonna make me like Sergio this time, only to turn around and make him an asshole again, and that's exactly what they did.
Yep.
I expect nothing less from Casagrandes when they treat Sergio like that.
I will say I love some of the line delivery in this episode. Like,
oh yes.
Is it your hiding spot? No, I'm taking a bubble bath.
Yes, this is my hiding spot. The little sass from Roddy Ando in that, it was just amazing.
Oh my gosh. I love how like competitive and sassy these guys are. This is why I've been wanting a cousin family episode forever, because the interactions between these kids are so great in this episode. I want more in these episodes, because like the way they're so competitive, where like Roddy is like, oh well, you're gonna eat my dust. Like, oh, it's so great. Like, I love it. Or like when Carlota is like talking to Bobby, and Bobby's bragging about how much candy he got, and Carlota sees his bag is empty. You only got 3 pieces of candy, and Bobby's like, let me have this.
Carlota also saying, I expect this from Carl, but not from you.
You never expect Ronnie Ann to be like acting like Carl recently.
Carlota didn't see her in Royal Woods.
That's what she should have said, Gossipy Girl. I expect this from Carl, but not you, Ronnie Ann.
Carlota didn't see her in Royal Woods.
Ooh. Ouch. You just cut me like a knife there, Seren. Ouch. Just clap back, why don't you?
Nothing meant by that, but Ronnie Ann was more pranky in Royal Woods, obviously.
I mean, she knows, like, oh, back in Royal Woods, that was a pretty legendary pranker. No, you weren't, sweetie. Oh, wait, it will be laughing in your face.
You even scratch your butt like Abuelo.
Oh, I thought that was great. Oh my god. And just Bobby like scared the fact that like there's 2 abuelos.
I was gonna say, unless you mean being in cahoots with one of Lincoln's sisters to smack him in the face with a pie, then yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today's forecast, paid.
These like sassy quotes just remind this. That's why one of the reasons why this episode is my favorite of the ones we've talked about tonight. The sassiness reminds me of how I can be sometimes, and it's just so good.
It's like how I don't like how it is treated in Flea Market, when the kids are just overly annoying with their sassiness, when Roddy and Carl and CJ are just acting like childish brats. Like here in work, they're more competitive. They're like, oh, let's play pinata racing. Oh, we're so annoying. Look at us. We're laughing around our butts, not caring what Bobby thinks. Oh, we're so, just so annoying.
Yeah.
But here it's like, okay, you get it. And even like see Bobby and Carlota, dressed as Alyssa, Carlota acting like it too, like them all acting kind of selfish, it makes it better because they're all like doing it and it's fun, Like I love the part where they're like this, I guess it's this scene, like before the Candy Goblin grabs Carlitos. Like they're all they're all contemplating about giving the candy away. It's like, oh, you should do it. No, you should do it. And you should do it. And CJ's like, no, you, Roddy. And like they're all like fighting. It's great. Like, I love this. Like, this should be every special. Just the cousins doing this. I want more of this. It's great.
I do too.
So,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. So, like, when they're going trick or treating and how competitive they are, like Roddy and like humbling her brother to get candy. Or there's this one scene where they're running outside and she trips Bobby. It's so great. Like,
Oh yeah.
I love it. Or like there's a like when I think it's Carl CJ, he goes to Par at the dojo or maybe it's Margarita. I don't remember what it is. But like they're asking for candy. Bobby just sneaks from behind, grabs the entire bowl, and just runs off with it, which is so funny. Like, it's so great. It's so great. Like, there's so many great things in this episode that I love. And then it's ruined by the fact that it's all Carlitos, Sergio, and Sancho. Which again, I understand Sancho because those kids stepped on him. He could have died. Okay, he's not like a broken bird. He could have died. So yeah, I understand. But then I thought about it, where I'm like, okay, they assume that we know they're gonna make it Sergio anyway because we hate Sergio. So let's just say the Candy Goblin is real anyway. So they fix their mistake by saying he's real. Okay, I guess.
Give him a pass.
Right?
That's what I did. I gave him a pass.
Yeah, I was mad, and I'm like, wait, he's actually real? All right, fine. I'll give it to you this time.
The thing is, like, why we're gonna actually see him again the next Halloween special, but probably not. But
watch him pop up in the next Loud House one. I'd love to see it.
Oh my god.
like he wasn't successful this time because someone pretended to be him, so he just drops by Royal Woods in the season 6 crossover Halloween special. Let me write it. I'll write it.
Oh, if they ever actually have Halloween
writer.
together. Oh, if they actually have Halloween together, it would be like having Royal Woods and Great Lake City together. That would be
Oh
pretty
my
awesome if they ever did
Yeah.
that.
Dude.
So like Lincoln Squad and Ronnie Ann Squad like competing for trick or treat candy, and then they go to
Oh
like
gosh.
one haunted house in the Royal Wood Cemetery, and then oh, there's the candy goblin there.
Oh my gosh, I have the pitch. Okay, so they're going to the haunted house, and like Ronnie and Lincoln are like, "Oh, we're totally not scared. We're brave. We'll go inside." Right? Like Lincoln's like, you know, he's a scaredy cat, but he's trying not to be scared in front of Ronnie because he knows she's brave. So it's like, okay, I'm not gonna look scared. Oh yeah, I'll totally go in. And so they all go in. They're all kind of scared, but they're pretending not to. And as soon as the candy goblin appears, Ronnie and Lincoln just grab each other, just start hugging each other, scared. And it's like, then the candy goblin runs away. They see each other, they're blushing. And it's like, there's your ship moment. There you go. That's my pitch.
I'd accept it.
Everybody got quiet. I'm like, did my pitch not go well with
No, it worked.
Ronnie
No, it worked.
Come on, guys. I'm giving the ship bait here. Nobody's reacting.
Once again,
no,
Miguel, listen to the pitches, listen to our ideas.
See, I got so many ideas.
I swear,
okay?
I swear to God, like I swear to God, like this guy recording is just. Let's just put it like let's just put it like right here. All these recordings that we have for you, Miguel. This is all for you, baby. If you needed to,
Man, just drop the clips and just like name them like episode pitch ideas. There you go.
Yeah, I can do that because Instagram is letting me post on computer. I can do stuff like that now, and I'm so happy.
Mm.
Oh my God, Seren, that'd be a great podcast episode. Episode pitch ideas.
Yes, we need. It wouldn't be just one. We need to all be on to do it.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, even me too. If he wants to come along as well. Ooh.
Big ol' episode pitch up, collab, mega collab. Let's do it.
Me just like grabbing all my crossover pitches and just throwing them on the table. So I have a few. It's just piles and piles of stacks of crossover ideas. Anyway, Ronnie and Lincoln, we've heard already, Sonny. It's like that. It's the Jimmy Neutron meme where it's like, "This is my Ronnie Kid pitch." Sonny, this is the 5th time in a row you showed a Ronnie Kid pitch in the VC. No, this one is different though.
I want the one that someone on Twitter, I can't remember their name, or I would credit them. Someone on Twitter said we need a Carl and Luna episode. I want it so bad.
Oh, love to see it. Yeah.
Give it to me.
I like that person who's like pushing the Ronnie and Lana episode. I would gladly take that, like her and the twins.
Yes.
Any episode of Ronnie and a sister, not just Lori. I want to see it. Just do it.
I think we just got a big episode idea. Take our pitches, like ask for everyone else's ideas on Twitter, compile them into one big episode, and then tag the team.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That's gonna be such a.
Oh my God, do a whole 1 hour school special just as a crossover. 1 hour crossover episode.
Yeah.
That would make the fandom explode. And I would be there. And I would love
I would say this. If they could actually like listen to our podcasts and just say like, you know, hey, we'll just come in and just say like, hey, the Loud Casa Talks, the Casa Loud Chats, and Treehouse Sessions have an idea for you guys. Please listen to our pitch, and we pretty much explain our pitch to them. And then watch, we just become the next writers for the next episode.
This theory about Casa Season 3, and it's made me think about Loud House, in the way that Loud House is so afraid of doing fan service compared to Casagrandes. It just seems like Loud House is just so scared to do fan service because it's the main show. Because Season 5 did not have a single Ronnie Ann cameo in this entire season, and I will not forgive them for that until they do 6 cameos in Season 6. Okay?
I mean, in season
origin story.
I mean, in season 2, you did have a lot of Lincoln cameos. I mean, he was a prank-iversary, an utter mess.
Why did she not get a single cameo in Tail in season 5? Bobby got 2 cameos and 2 mentions. Not a single Ronnie Ann cameo. Not even like a squeeze one in. Come on. If Bobby can show up twice, Ronnie Ann can show up once. in season 5, okay? So you better make sure she's in 6 times in season 6, okay? That's what I expect from the crossover, okay? But that's my theory. That's why I think that Casagrandes does the fan service better, because one is a spin-off show, and two, it seems like they're taking our ideas more than Loud House. Because like season 3, for example, we asked for a Chang sister episode and they did it.
Yeah.
And we asked for Always Special and they did it. It's like they're checking off a list of things. And even like again, like in a season 2, they did a Sinodican episode. They did it. Sid episode, they did it. Like and a Christmas episode, they did it. We asked for that stuff. It's like they're actually listed like Miguel here's our prayers, and he's like, okay, I'll do it and I'll make it happen, because it's a spin-off show, so fan service is more, I guess, flexible in the spin-off show than the main show, you know.
Also granted the fact that the continuity is also the issue, the thing that we also talked about, the continuity issue, and yet they've been putting it on in the recent Casagrandes episodes as well, so it's like maybe they are listening to our problems that we had in the show and they're putting it up on the show.
I mean, despite some duds in Casa we've talked about, I feel like Casagrandes is doing the fan service or listening to the fans better than Loud House. Not saying Loud House doesn't done fan service. I mean, the Sam cameo with Lana was basically the podcast episode in animation form, which is great. But it seems like Casa just wants to listen to us more. I don't know if it's a bad thing, but I think it's great that they like are giving stuff that we've wanted and they're actually doing it, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's just a coincidence, you know, but you never know, you know? You never know if they're, like, spying on us.
Like I said, they randomly come in. I mean, you can look back at, like, our little preview show we had for the Loud House movie. Look, and you know who came in there.
Yeah. Like, I remember for the Loud House movie, in the interview with the director, he said Kevin Sullivan sees fan reactions on Twitter, but Kevin Sullivan doesn't have a Twitter though, so.
So he would.
or he has like a private one.
Private,
maybe,
or like a second party Twitter just to stalk us.
Or he has it like under a different name or something.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I'm just like, what does he see?
Yeah, I think we have ourselves. I already had like one video planned. I'm gonna go through that. Honestly, I'm gonna go through that Channel Federator video that they did on the Casagrandes. Because
oh my god, that video made me so angry.
Same.
Wait, what video?
They
107 facts.
Yeah.
Oh, that video, Federator.
Oh god.
I was in
like no odds does not take place in Tricked season 2 of the Loud House.
Oh, they don't know. No, they're not making any sense. It feels like Federator actually doesn't even actually watch like the Casagrandes and the Loud House together. So it's like, what are you saying?
Did they look at that? No, that's wrong. They're like, what?
I'm getting what you're trying to do.
Takes place in season 2 of that doesn't make any sense.
I'm getting what you're trying to do here, Federator. You're trying to get your viewers to watch your videos, but this one doesn't actually work here. Hello, we're Casagrande fans here. This doesn't work.
They said that Radia doesn't like cats because she watches cat videos, but yet in that same episode, she's complained about the cats just like her family, okay? Federator, hire me. I know my facts right. God, it just...
I was in another voice chat with this video. I saw this video in the Treehouse, and I'm like, oh dear, they did a video on this. So the people in the voice chat had to listen to me rant about it for 30 minutes.
Oh my god, dude. The fact that they included a fact about Gossipy Girl's title card being accidentally labeled as the Loud House, I started laughing so hard.
Same. That ain't a fact.
God.
That is not a fact. That is a mistake.
Fact. It's just funny though.
I feel like for all, like I said, for all the 107 facts, this is just more of them just saying like, hey, we have your favorite cartoons. Here's some facts about them, but I don't know if you even actually watch them, and it kind of shows in the
include a fact about the Louds appearing in Casa Christmas at the crossover moment. That should have been a fact. Like, why didn't they include that? Or the whole crossover being a big moment in the entire show. None of that is included except for when Lincoln shows up in Horoscope, which, I can't say no to. But, it's like, there's so many other things you could have included as facts, and they're just like, it's like they just went to a wiki site and just ran off, like, fan theories. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
And by the way, Nat's tweak was shown in that video.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. It was when I asked Sammy Crowley about if Sid was Chinese or Korean. And so they had that in there.
They even put up your tag as well, so it's like, okay, yeah.
Did that give you any traction?
Yep.
You got
some
fun out of it. Good.
What? Oh, honestly, what I was going to say is I've watched some of those 107 facts videos, like, about other shows that they did, because they've done them for, like, all of my other favorite shows.
They've done it for, like, most cartoons, like Amphibia, Owl House. They did SpongeBob. They did Loud House twice.
They did Loud House. They've done, I think they did a Miraculous one too. They did Kids Next Door. They did Avatar, Teen Titans. Like, they've done a lot of stuff, even for, like, their own shows, like Chalk Zone and Fairly Odd Parents. They did, like, what I was saying is, based on those, like, it's been a few years since I've watched most of those, because they've been doing that series for a long time. From what I can tell, a lot of the facts that they get are from, like, either from social media, like I said, like, they showed one of my tweets on there, or I think they get it from, like, the fan wiki, which but I think so. That's how you can tell some of it is true, some of it's not, because on the wikis they still do have to cite things. Like, I know on the Loud House wiki they're pretty good about that. Like, if it doesn't have a source on it, they'll usually delete it. But even sometimes some stuff still doesn't get, like, some stuff still gets passed there because they don't check everything. And so it is kind of debatable because, like I said, unless it's coming from social media where someone who actually works on the show is saying it, or it has a source that links back to something like that. Like, I know the Kids Next Door one, a lot of it was stuff that the creator talked about on his blog, like, back when the show was still out. Like, that is a credible source because that's coming right from him. But a lot of it, and some stuff gets deleted too. Like, you never know. Like, I know the creator of Miraculous, he deleted, like, all of his tweets from the beginning of the show until right before season 4 started. So if you try to look at any of those tweets, you won't see them. They're gone. So it just depends, I guess. But that's why I wouldn't take everything that they say in those videos as, like, 100% fact. It's, like, debatable stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember, like, complaining about the cats things. Again, I know for a fact Ronnie M was also complaining about the cats in that same episode they said. And someone told me, oh yeah, they actually got that from a cartoon wiki site. It's like, wow. Get some credible sources, guys. You're an official YouTube page. Don't use fan credibility for stuff. I mean, I understand if that's, like, the only place you can actually get, like, facts from. But if you're, like, you're a professional company, don't use fan websites to get facts. But I mean, like, I remember, I think this maybe was, like, for Loud House, David, I think one of the crew members, David, said that even he has to check the wiki sometimes and he forgets things.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, that's not. I mean, that's not a good source. That's not a good source at all.
Not a good source.
Yeah. And like I said, like, I think they do try to keep the wiki updated. But I remember one time a few years ago, him and Darren both posted about something. It was like a reference that they had done in the show, and he was like, "This is wrong. Somebody fix it." And I took the liberty of I went on the wiki and fixed it, and I edited this. Like, I sent him the screenshot, and he was like, "Natalie is the #1 super Loud House fan."
Yep, you still have the title. You're #1 Loudest fan.
Yes, for fixing the wiki. I was like, "Here you go. I fixed it."
And again, that's the other thing. Anyone can edit the wiki. I tried to edit the wiki because people kept saying that Roddy is not a Lincoln crush, even though it's canon that she was or is,
Yeah.
whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
I fought for
And
that,
one-
and someone kept trying to edit it, so they had
Yeah.
to close it, and they still credited it for me. I don't know if it's changed now. It probably is now, but by the time it was, they had to close it and change it. I'm sure someone did open it and they changed it by now. That was years ago,
Yeah.
but I wanted that credit,
I remember, like, didn't they also have that Ronnie N was, like, his ex-love interest or something?
Oh,
And I'm like,
yeah.
what in the world?
Yeah, like ex interest. I'm like, no, he still liked her. Hello. That's
They
why I
did that, like,
for it.
it was, like, after Paige was introduced. And it
Yeah.
was like, what?
Yeah, and
Ah.
it's like, man.
Okay.
Well,
We've done all of the stuff on the list for tonight. It's kind of a shorter one than normal. About when I cut out the beginning and everything, it'll be about an hour and a half of a video on YouTube. So
Yep.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Alright,
that
awesome.
was good.
Yeah, that was definitely.
Yeah.
So I guess this is the point where you can plug anything you want to be in. We're doing that pitch episode, by the way. I will make that happen.
Yeah.
Yay! Let's do it.
That
Oh,
could be our
right.
next Treehouse Sessions, and that's not even a joke.
I've got
That
so
could
many.
be our next.
I've got so many. I've got so many. I got so many ideas. I got to bring in
Oh my
to
God.
everybody. Oh my god.
Saran, you just gotta do like sections for us. You'll just give like each of us a section. So it's like, okay, it's Nate's turn. All right, Sunny's
Yeah.
turn. It's just like all the Ronnie and pitches I have right here for Loud House.
That'll be our next
Every
Treehouse
single
Sessions.
one.
How about that?
Yes. Yes. Let's do
Yes.
it.
Yes, this is happening.
I'll give it like. How long do you think it would take to get like we're gonna go through Twitter and everything, and get everyone's pitches, or the fan pitches? Like we'll go through each of ours, and then we'll do fan pitches. So
Oh yeah, you should
Yeah.
like ask. You should ask people like on Twitter, like when you post like about it. You should be like, oh, what are your episode ideas? Because I've done that for Casa Loud Chat, so I've asked people their episode ideas for season 3 of Casa.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So that we
Okay.
figured out our next Treehouse Session. Let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm
This is
down.
happening. I'm so excited.
I think
Oh.
so.
I got, like I said, I got a couple of ideas that I really can't wait to like bring up. So if we're doing this episode, then yes, let's talk about it.
I can't wait to read my library of Roddy Kid episodes. Episodes A to Z, A to Y, A to Y. What about Z? Oh, I haven't read Z.
Okay, so,
I was gonna- all right.
Promotion time before we wrap up.
I'd like to promote my for next time. I have my novel ready of every single Roddy and episode I'm going to have. Make sure you be there for the 5 hours. I'm going to pitch my Roddy episodes to Miguel Puga and every Casagrande crew member who are listening. No, that's not my real up.
We'll probably start that one earlier, and that's not even a joke. We'll probably start that one earlier than 9 o'clock.
That's a preview for next time. Is my pitch ideas. Yes, I'm gonna pitch myself. Okay, yes. So hi, I'm Sunny Eclipse, as you all know. I am the host of the Casa Loud Chats podcast. And I have it on every single streaming platform you can think of. Like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. Make sure you tune in to Casa Loud Chats. Because I just had a podcast crossover episode with Seren. It was really fun. Make sure you listen to it. Or if you listen to it on his, make sure you do because it's really fun. But I'm also on Twitter at myself at xsunnyclips. On Instagram, I have xsunshinyclips where I post my arts. And I do commissions from time to time. I'll be opening up a set in November if you're interested. Right now I'm closed, but again, I do commissions from time to time. But yeah, thank you for having me on as always. And see you next time on my Roddy and idea pitches. I'll see you there.
All right. So Nate, you want to go ahead and promote?
I guess I can. Yeah, I guess I can go in. So yeah, hi, my name is Nate. I am the organizer who made the fan page of the Loud House on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at fanpage of TLH and Instagram at fanpage of TLH as well. And we also do our Loud Casa Talks on our YouTube channel as well. Just go on to youtube.com/fanpage of TLH. And if you listen to the Loud Casa Talks, we are everywhere. We're on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, wherever you listen to podcasts. So catch up on our latest episodes there. I do want to let you guys know we have a brand new season of the Loud Casa Talk starting on November 14th. That's when we will be talking about the Loud House movies. So hopefully you can join in for our first episode there. Then we'll always record it on YouTube. So make sure you are following us on YouTube by subscribing and hitting the bell button to be notified when we're on. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
And I'm Natalie. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Wyoming Parmesan, and my Instagram is Wyoming 2016. And if you guys want to check out my fanfics, I post them on fanfiction.net and AO3. It's still Wyoming Parmesan. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm thinking of opening up writing commissions this next month for Loud House and Casagrandes and Miraculous Fix. So if you guys are interested in that, just be on the lookout for when I post about that.
Okay. We've already figured out what our next Treehouse Sessions is going to be, quite honestly.
Let's get our ideas all set up, and I'll have to write them down actually.
Yeah, me too. We'll
Don't forget,
I have them memorized in my brain.
we'll have
the
Have the what?
we have the live action movie coming out on Black Friday. The live action.
Right.
Loud House
Oh, we gotta
movie
talk about
coming
that
out.
too.
we gotta do 2 more of these before the end of the year. I was expecting we probably do 1 more, but we're probably gonna do 2 before the end of the year.
2 more probably, yeah.
But yeah, I'm also the host of the Ecliptic Explorers podcast. I just announced we're going on a 2-week hiatus so I can do a couple other videos, but that will be back for its next season on November 10th. But that's it for us. Thanks for coming out. I know a lot of you kind of dwindled out. It's the first time we've had that happen, but thanks for coming and sticking around. If you missed it, you'll be able to check the archive on YouTube and everything on Monday. Yeah, thanks for doing this again, guys.
Thank you for having
You're
us as
welcome.
always.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
And Sonny, your credit is in the video. Your credit is right here. But yeah, that's gonna do it. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.